Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
Short Essays for Inquiring Minds is a collection of 50-plus short pieces that grew out of Ronald Gruner's Substack, written between late 2024 and the end of 2025. He groups them into broad themes like COVID and public health, presidential leadership, economic and foreign policy, democracy under pressure, artificial intelligence, media and culture, plus a final grab bag of lighter topics. You move from the discovery of viruses in sick tobacco plants to the Spanish flu and COVID, from Eisenhower's highways and McCarthy's witch hunts to Trump's tariffs and shutdowns, from Iranian coups and the Berlin airlift to AI chatbots and culture war skirmishes at Cracker Barrel, all in compact essays meant to be read in one sitting. Gruner writes like an engineer who turned into a storyteller, steady and calm, and he likes a clean narrative more than rhetorical fireworks. He starts with scenes, not abstractions. A teenager in Washington state quietly coding a COVID tracker on his holiday break. A 5-year-old in a Mexican village who becomes patient zero for the swine flu. A Russian botanist staring at mottled tobacco leaves and discovering viruses when the filtered sap keeps killing plants. The history is detailed but not stuffy, and he breaks down technical things like virology or air traffic control with simple explanations and little asides about coffee cups, noisy radars, or Uber's driver app. Even when I did not care deeply about the specific policy question, the human setups pulled me along, and the data and charts felt like they belonged in the story rather than being dropped in to impress me. Sometimes the tone slips into lecturing, and you can feel the Substack cadence, that weekly lesson, which makes a few essays blend together. But most of the time, the clarity and the pacing keep it lively. The author is obsessed with the tug-of-war between public health and personal liberty, and he uses everything from the Spanish flu to George W. Bush's forgotten pandemic plan and the COVID lockdown fights to poke at that tension. He has little patience for grifters selling miracle cures or for pundits declaring pandemics a hoax, and he is blunt about how alternative facts and media bubbles corrode trust. At the same time, he tries hard not to preach only to one tribe. His essays on Trump, Social Security, trade wars, and the federal deficit criticize but also explain how we got here, and his background in technology shows up in the AI chapters, which run through the history of the field and ask what happens when algorithms start shaping news and opinion. I did feel some whiplash as the book hopped from Iranian oil politics to an Uber driver's paycheck to the inner life of a golf ball. The range is a strength, but it also means not every topic gets the depth it hints at, and readers who want a tight, single argument might find the experience more like browsing an unusually thoughtful news magazine. I found A Trade War Over Chickens very timely, because it takes what sounds like a quirky footnote in history and shows how it still shapes what we drive and what we pay today. The way Gruner walks through Johnson's 25% chicken tax on light trucks, the VW buses full of hippies, and the slow drift toward giant pickups that now rule American roads felt almost like a magic trick. Simple story at first, then the wider picture snaps into place. I thought about current tariff fights on Chinese EVs and solar panels and realized I had the same uneasy feeling. Short-term win, long-term lock-in. I would recommend Short Essays for Inquiring Minds to readers who like current affairs, American history, and big-picture policy issues, people who do not mind some hard numbers with their stories, and who are open to having their priors nudged. If you want short, well-told pieces that try to be fair and still take a stand, this collection is a solid fit.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.